I'm Marlene Van Helden. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm here with my neighbor and friend, Gwen Harp, and we are together in the wave for that period of 2 days in the fall.
I'm Gwen Harp. I live down the road from Marlene. We met here. I fuse glass. Marlene does stained glass, and like I said, my studio is actually down the street. I'm only here to display during the wave.
So, tell us about your home studio, which is your workspace,
Yes.
where you create all your beautiful pieces.
Well, right now I would describe my workspace as chaos. I have glass fusing here. I have stained glass over here. I have my sewing machine set up, and I have all the bits and scraps of sewing, which was one of my latest things I did when we came home from Arizona in March of 2020. I kind of launched into the sewing. I seem to change my mind and launch into every sort of topic I can find on YouTube. I spend hours watching YouTube, and I'll find something. One of the latest things I want to try is making art journals for artists so that they can take this little packet out and a little tin with watercolors in it, and it'll have watercolor paper, and you can take them out into the field and do little sketches.
Well, I have to say, because you are so varied in your interests, and I think I am too, we are able to fill the Blue Door Studio, which is the loft and the main floor here for the wave. I think sometimes people are actually quite surprised by how much stuff and product and varied product when they come, and that I think that's a real advantage for us.
During these times of COVID and the number of times we've had to isolate, how did you uh, motivate yourself to keep being creative?
Well, unfortunately for me, the brunt of COVID isolation came in the winter. And I have a difficult time being motivated in the winter time because I can't be outside and smelling the flowers and hearing the birds as easily. So I found it was very difficult to stay motivated during COVID. And I actually had to force myself to come into the studio with the intent of working on something. And, it became more strategic and more planned. And what I found in doing my work, it took a different tone. Some of my work became a little more serious and darker and more message related. And then I had this wonderful call from two clients who have been here before, who asked me if I would make more stained glass fish for them. And that really kick-started me because suddenly I had a deadline and there was an expectation.
You had a
And
purpose.
I had a purpose, a very specific purpose. So I've decided for myself in those low motivation times, I'm going to create an idea jar and I'm going to keep it in the studio. And when I go into the studio, I'm going to pick one of my ideas out and that's going to become my focus. So I can actually create my own focus, but I do need something like that.
I find myself, I have to have a purpose. If I walk in my studio, it's because there's something up here that I want to get down here.
Yeah.
And it's to keep having that purpose to push you forward to stay in the creative zone. You won't move forward until you give yourself permission to make a mess, to make a mistake,
Yeah.
to
Take a risk.
take a risk, to paint over that painting or rip it up and put it in the fireplace. Until you give yourself permission to make a mistake, I don't think that you can move forward. What has pushed you on to create something new for the wave, something that you find exciting that you're going to launch?
Well, a couple of things. I have, over the years, collected a great deal of driftwood, and I've decided I'm going to start to paint on driftwood. Kind of whimsical creatures, characters, so that's one thing. Because I like to recycle things, I've been looking for shower doors that have been thrown out and have started to paint on shower doors as outdoor hangings. In terms of painting, I'm living with a lot of paintings that I don't like, And so I've now renamed them my underpaintings, and I'm going to go over them and create something new. And so I'm looking forward to that, as well as doing more collage work with stained glass.
Well, Marlene, this has been enlightening.
Yeah.
We would keep tabs on each other through the winters. A lot of it was done by phone. So this is very nice to
Yeah.
sit here and have a little
Yeah.
outdoor chat.